qualified in agribusiness management, have 11 years of teaching, research, and extension experience in diverse field of agriculture economics, agribusiness management, as well as agriculture engineering. He has guided 25 PG students in different fields of agriculture engineering as well as renewable energy projects. He is an eminent member of Regional Agribusiness Incubator of uh, NRI Cuttack, and he is a Prime Minister Rural Development Fellow also. So with this brief introduction, I request Dr. Munda to come up with his presentation on e-commerce in agriculture marketing. Hello, I request Dr. Munda to come up with his presentation. Hello. Hello, whether it's audible? Yes, sir. Come up with your presentation. Please mute. Please unmute you. We are not audible. It's not audible, sir.
Thank you, Moez.
Yeah. Yeah, sir.
For your brief introductions, and
Sure.
I think we should start now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can start now.
Yes, thank you, Moez, for your brief introductions. This is Pandap Chona Munda, working as assistant professors in Department of Agribusiness Management, OUT Bhubaneswar. And today my webinar topic is e-commerce in agriculture marketing in COVID period, its challenges and opportunities. As Moez has already briefed that so far NIAM has conducted 18th webinar on agri marketing. So it seems that this field is really an important area which has to be reviewed and which has to be improvised over the time periods. And that is the reasons why today I have choose these topics, e-commerce in agriculture marketing during these COVID periods. And if you look my slides, then my slides content should be like, what is this e-commerce is all about, this business model and its type, e-commerce scenario in India and its potential, why e-commerce in agriculture marketing. Even though e-commerce is not a new chapter for other industries, but why we should think of e-commerce in agriculture marketing. And major e-commerce players, who are the major e-commerce players both in agriculture as well as in non-agri backgrounds, how they are doing, what are their challenges and opportunities, we need to look at that also. And looking at the other models, we have also proposed one model, and that model is e-commerce model in agriculture marketing and its opportunities and challenges. If we implement this model, what are the different opportunities are there, what are the challenges are there, so we need to look at that also. Technical support needed to start this e-commerce business, and I have prepared a small demonstrations in a small website for live demonstrations, and I will show you that how the farmers can easily upload their product, how seller can be connected with that website. So we'll look at that, and finally we'll have conclusions and followed by your question and answer. So this is the contents of my presentations, and now let's look at what is e-commerce. So e-commerce, as I have told, that e-commerce is not a new area. Almost all of we are quite familiar with e-commerce, but not in agriculture, right? So e-commerce is basically, if you look at the definitions of e-commerce, then this is e-commerce, or you can say that electronic commerce is activities of actively buying or selling product over the internet. So if you look at the marketing channel of different product, then probably these are the marketing channels we have already in the market. Like it may be your agent channel, it may be your wholesale channel, it may be your retail channel, or it may be your direct channel. So in all this area, it may be your agent channel, it may be your channel, wholesale channel, it may be your retail channels. In all the cases, you'll find a physical marketplace where both the buyer and sellers, they interact with each other and make whatever the economic transactions may be. But in case of this direct channel, particularly this is being carried out by e-commerce industries, where there is a market, but this is a virtual market where the buyers and sellers, they cannot physically meet with each other. They can buy, they can sell the product, but they cannot physically see each other as that happens in normal market. So this market is being carried out by a virtual market, and that is basically a e-commerce. We'll look how that e-commerce model works in different slides. So if you look at this e-commerce model, then basically there will be a website, or it can be app, or it can be other softwares where the buyers and sellers, they will interact with each other. They physically, they cannot see each others, but they can interact with each others. Let's say in this case, the sellers, he will upload his product in a market which is a virtual market, and that is called as e-commerce. And here the sellers, he will visualize whatever the product that has been uploaded in this market, and based upon the interest, he will decide to purchase or not. If let's say the buyer will purchase the product from this market, the communications will be made to the sellers, and accordingly the sellers have the final settlement. The seller send the product to the buyer, and the buyer send the whatever the money to the sellers. So in this way, the entire transaction takes place. Even those the buyers cannot see the sellers, the seller cannot see the buyers. They can only interact through a mediums, and that medium is called as internet. This is basically the model that is being followed by almost all these e-commerce. Those who are having those who are having in that areas. Sorry. So this is the model how the e-commerce platform is being operated. And if you look at the different types of e-commerce, basically there are different kind of e-commerce models are there, but broadly it can be classified as either B2B or B2C. So B2C, where B2C is basically business to consumer models, where a business sells a goods or services to an individuals. In this case, the company or the farmers, he directly sell his product to the consumer, and that model is called as B2C model. However, in B2B model, here a business partner will sell to another business partner for further selling. So in that case, the final consumer is not buying the goods and services. Here a middleman is purchasing the goods and services for next transaction. So in this case, this is called as B2B, or this one is called as B2C categories. So now here the question is, why we should think of e-commerce in agriculture during during this period of COVID-19. So there are some statistics we need to look at that before getting into e-commerce in agriculture. Some of the statistics are like, we need to look at the potential of e-commerce. So if you look at the market potential of e-commerce industry across the India, then probably this is the graph. In 2014, the market size was only 14 billion US dollars, and this is expected to be around 200 billion US dollar by the end of 2027. And now this market size is almost 64 billions US dollars. And with this COVID-19, with this coronavirus, again this market size will grow more than the expectations, so more than this projection. The second part is the use of internet in our country. Again, the use of internet in our country has increased in last you can say that after the launch of this Jio and all, in last 5 years it has increased significantly. So 2015, if you look the statistic in 2015, this was only 259 million subscriber over there. Again, the same case in 2023, it is expected, the market is expected to be around 660 million. So there is a huge market. Again, if you look at the acceptance of internet in Indians, probably is, the Indian has the largest acceptance of this internet and a smartphone. So from that 2 point, again, you can say that e-commerce has to be there. The third slide, if you look at that, the most challenging part is this part, the prediction of COVID-19. Lot of research institute, they have predicted it, and their prediction has also proven correct. Some of the institutions like this University of Machinga, they have predicted that by the end of this April, there will be around 30,000 to 200 to 2,30,000 confirmed cases. So if you look at yesterday's data, then it is already, we have crossed already 1 lakh. So somehow their predictions has proven correct, and again it will increase. it will not calm down in the near 6 months or near 1 year. Again, it will increase. And this is the data. If you look at this data, on an average, every day around 4 to 5,000 new cases are getting added. So, and this is one of the data, that is what I have taken yesterday. Already this, our country, India has, we have already, the COVID cases in India has already crossed 1 lakh. Unfortunately, we can also say that, not we can also say that, but unfortunately, we have also crossed China in case of these, COVID cases. So from these 3 slides, only one alternative we have, and that is the social distancing. Social distancing is the only one measures which can help you to reduce those COVID cases. However, social distancing, how long we can maintain the social distancing? Social distancing is not only the solutions, because in the last 15 days we have observed that many of the peoples, they are dying just because of the hunger, not because of the COVID-19. So we need to protect them. We need to protect them, definitely we need to open the market, we need to open the transactions. Then only the people will have money, and we can connect both farmers as well as the buyers. So after all, looking at all these solutions, all these problems, these are the three solutions. These are the 3 things we have to accept. And this is like, we need to maintain social distance. We don't have any alternative except maintaining social distance. And that is the reasons why in all these lockdown cases, one thing that has been, requested by Honorable Prime Minister, whatever the case may be, we have to maintain social distance. But maintaining social distance is not the solution. At the same time, we have to look after these 2 different cases. That is, we need to accept the changes. As in previous slides, it has been projected that whatever the cases, whatever the conditions may be, the e-commerce in India will grow. We cannot stop it. The market will grow. We have to accept the change. And third one is, we need to recover our economies. We cannot let our people die without food. We have to think of them. We have to revive the market. We have to reopen the market. In last more than 1.5 month, it has also observed that many of the farmers, they couldn't able to sell their product, because almost all the marketplaces are closed, all the mandis are closed, and that is the reasons why, they are having a lot of losses. And if you look at the Indian economy, then 70% of the Indian economy is based upon agriculture. So we cannot wait. Everything can be sacrificed, but agriculture cannot be sacrificed, or agriculture cannot be waited. And that is the reasons why we need to maintain social distance. We need to accept the changes. We need to recover our economics. These are the 3 things we need to do at the same time. And probably e-commerce in agriculture is the solutions which can help us to maintain the social distance. That will also help us to accept the changes, and that also help us to recover our economies, and that will be a win-win situation from both the country, both the buyers and as well as sellers. So if you look at the major market players, those who are operating in our country, e-commerce players operating in our country, these, all of we are aware of all these players. Basically, they are, it may be your Amazons, it may be Flipkart, Make My Trip, Paytms, IRCTC, Snapdeals, Big Basket. Yes, fortunately this fellow is working in agriculture as well. Book My Show, Oyo, Ubero. In this same way, if we look at the business to business partner, B2B segment, some of the players, big players like India Mart, Enam, Udan, these are some of the players, those who are working in the B2B sectors. Fortunately, we have our organizations, that is all of we are aware of this Enam, that is purely working in agriculture sectors, but it is working in B2B sectors. So in this case, if you look at B2B segment, there are very few fellows. They are working in B2C segment. Even though Big Basket is working in B2B segment, it is not procuring directly from the farmers, and his model is totally different. So most of the times it has been found that this Big Basket, he procure from mandi and he sell to the customers. So before getting into that, let's look at ENAM, what exactly ENAM is doing. National Agriculture Market, ENAM, is a pan-India electronics trading portal which network the existing APMC Mandi to create a unified national market for agricultural commodities. The visions of ENAM was to promote uniformity in agriculture market by streamlining of producers across integrated market, removing information asymmetry between the buyers and sellers, and promoting real-time sellers discovery based upon the actual demand and supply. Integrations of the mission is integrations of APMC across country through common online platforms to facilitate the pan-India trading in agricultural commodity, providing better price discovery through transparent actions process based upon the quality along with the timely limit. Overall, the objective of ENAM was we need to have one market for one country. And this was the basic objective of the ENAMs, and these are the mission and visions. Just like look at their how this ENAM is working. This is basically ENAM platforms. You know, there is a electronics. You can say that electronic transactions, or you can say that electronic biddings, where the farmers approach a rate, quote a rate. Farmers, traders, or commission agent, they trade for the rate, different rate. In the same times, the buyers also put his rate. If there will be a match between the buyer's price and the seller's price, entire transaction takes place. And in this case, this APMC helps both these farmers as well as the buyers to take care of all kind of transactions. You can, in other word, we can say that APMC plays a like a middleman who helps these farmers as well as buyers to take place whatever the transactions there may be. However, there are some disadvantages of APMC. Let's look at that. Prior to that, if you look at the presence of APMC across India, then probably APMC has reached overall almost all the states, except some of the states where your rims are working. However, its presence is almost in now. So far, APMC's presence is around 758 markets has already been covered with your ENAM. So this is a very good presence. However, there are some, in my opinions, in my views, there are some disadvantages of ENAMs. These are like it needs a physical market. Whatever the cases may be, the farmers has to bring the product to the mandi. However, this COVID-19 period, many a times it is not possible. The farmers are not allowed, or the farmers may not bring the physical product to the mandis. This is the major advantage. The second is farmer has to bring the product. Yes, this need a physical market. The first one is it needs a physical market. The second one is farmer has to bring the produce to the mandi. Yes, of course, farmer has to bring the market to produce to the market. Again, which is not possible in this COVID-19 period. And the third disadvantage is this is dealing into B2B segment. ENAM is a platform where he allow the traders, not the consumers, allow the traders to participate, not the consumer to participate directly. So in this case, many a times the pricing factor is not in the hand of the farmers. Even though the farmers has a very good product, the pricing factor is not in the hand of the product. Involvement of many mediators. If you look at the history of ENAMs in after independent, it found that all these agricultural commodity trading of agricultural commodity, it was basically dominated by some of the politicians or the rich people in our country, and that is the reasons why to help this farmer to get the minimum price to avoid distress sellings, the ENAM came into place. But again, it has been found that even today there are a lot of intermediaries are there who are directly or indirectly, we can say that exploiting the farmers. Many of the, if you look at the physical infrastructures of many of the ENAM or many of the ENAM associated mandis, then again, a storage facility is a question marks. Even today, we don't have proper storage facility where the farmer can have their product, because till the product will be still in the market, the farmer has to store the product with mandi. and poor infrastructures. And many a times, in most of the cases, it has been found that infrastructure is very poor in most of the mandis. So these are the some of the disadvantages of Enam, and that is the reasons why we need to think beyond Enam, where the farmers can directly connect with the sellers, the buyers, and they will have full freedom so that they can decide the price at what price the farmers wants to sell. Then the next one is, these are some of the disadvantages of Enam. At the same time, so let's look some of the disadvantages of Flipkart and Amazon. Those who are the big e-commerce players during this COVID-19 period. It has been found that most of the sellers are from red zones. Most of the sellers, those who are working or those who are associated with Amazon and Flipkart, they are from red zones. Basically, they are from either Maharashtra, they are from Gujarat, they are from Delhi, they are from Ahmedabad. So most of the sellers, they are from red zones, and that is the reasons why government has also banned e-commerce during this period based upon the different zones they are in. The next disadvantage is this one: the government has have some restriction, because during this COVID-19 period, government has restricted, or government had restricted only essential commodity can be supplied by this e-commerce like Amazon and Flipkart, not other commodities. And many times these kind of restrictions are there, so that may not be benefited to buyers and sellers. The farmers, the local vendors are not entitled. Even those in e-commerce like Flipkart and Amazon, the vendor are allowed to sell their product, but the farmers and local vendors are not allowed because of so many restrictions. To get a vendor certificate from Amazon and Flipkart is not that easy, because a lot of things like you need to have registered farm, you need to have GST registrations. These are the minimum requirement you need to have. You need to have PAN card and all, and that is the reasons why many a times these vendors and farmers, they are not allowed to register with big e-commerce like Amazon and Flipkart. GST is compulsory to sell this product. Even though we have to have GST, the minimum profit amount should be 20 lakhs. But in case of e-commerce, you may or may not profit, you may or may not make profit. You need to have GST number if you want to sell the product in e-commerce platforms. Some of the people, they have social local stigma to purchase during these lock times, and it has been found the market. Some of the people, they think that if they will purchase from Amazon or Flipkart, maybe they will carry virus along with that product, and that is the reasons why nowadays in basically in rural areas, people have the stigma to purchase a product from Amazon and Flipkart. Transportation of the product purely depends upon the courier service. Uh, their transportation because of the courier service, but now because of the lockdowns, there is no railway transport, there is no road transport. So in that case, again, the transportation of product is not able to happen properly, because this is purely on the courier service. So these are some of the disadvantages of Enam. These are some of the disadvantages of our big e-commerce areas like Amazon and Flipkart. And looking at this disadvantage of both these areas, we have proposed a different model. Which can be easily operated at the grassroots level without much of the constraint. And this model, like what the model I am proposing is, there will be a local level e-commerce platform. Like all of we know that there are around 40,000 rural hut are there, and most of the rural economy, or most of the transaction in rural area, that takes place in rural hut only, and there are around 40,000 rural huts are there. So if we can connect this rural hut electronically, where the farmers or the sellers, they will upload their product, and the buyers sitting at their home, they can access to the website, and they will decide, and they can decide what to purchase, what not to purchase. So this model is like, there will be a local level, that can be a GP level, taluk level, or district level e-commerce market. In very simple language, we can say that we will convert the local hut into an e-commerce platform, where all these farmers, FPS member, SSG member, entrepreneurs, they will register. And they will upload their product. And they can decide the price at what they will sell to the consumers, and the buyers can visit the hut sitting at their home from their internet, from their mobile phone, from their computers. They will visit the hut and they can see what are the different products they are available in the hut, and that accordingly they will purchase the product. And once they will purchase the product, because all these buyer or sellers are from that nearby areas, the seller can easily drop the product at their doorstep, or the buyer can get the seller from a particular place, or from the buyers from the seller's place. So this model will facilitate everyone, both buyers as well as traders, as well as other fellow, like it can be self-help group, it can be entrepreneurs, or other people or other stakeholder associated with that hut. So this is the model I have proposed. And if we look at the models, then this model looks like that. This will be a market. This will be a market which will be a local hut, which will be converted into a virtual market, where there the buyers and sellers, they will not visit that market, but this is a digital market. Let's say I have a small market in Siripur, let's say, where I purchase from my day-to-day essential needs. So that market can be converted into a electronics platforms, where where the sellers, they will be asked to register their product, and simply this consumers, they will visit the market, and he will decide what to buy, what not to buy, and accordingly the financial transactions can be taken place. So in doing this case, all our the conditions has been fulfilled. One is the social distance, it can maintain easily because there will be no interaction between buyers and sellers. The second one is, as the e-commerce industry is expected to be around $600 billion, again it can be easily fulfilled. The third one is this: the economy can be revived. Again, we can open the market without opening our shop. So these are the challenges. But if you implement this model, so these are some of the challenges that we can face. The challenges are like, major constraint of APMC Model Act is farmers are required to sell their product via auctions at the mandi in their regions. Wholesale retailers and food processing companies, they cannot buy product directly from the farmers. This is the major constraint of APMC Act, that farmers are not allowed to sell their product directly to the consumers. If they will sell the consumer product, they have to be through APMC mandi only. In 2003 APMC Act, of course, there are some modifications. Modifications are there where contract farming can be facilitated, special market complex can be built by the farmers or individuals. License norms has been relaxed. Single market fees are there. However, all the state has not been amended their rule, or all the state, they have not accepted these changes. Only the state like Maharashtra, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu, these are some of the states, they have facilitated the farmers to directly sell their product to the consumers. Like in Karnataka, they have started Raitu Bazaar, in one of the concept where they allowed allow the farmers to sell directly to the consumers. Maharashtra government, they have also allowed the farmers, they can directly sell their product in Mumbai. So these are some of the steps they have taken a major action to revive this model. But all the states, they haven't modified their norms, and in most of the state, it has been found that all these transactions, they are taking place through APMC mandi only, and that will be the biggest problems in my proposed model. So one more thing is that to participate, so far the norms say that to participate in e-commerce, you need to have a GST registration and farm registration. So far, even though GST is not applicable for the farmers, for the sellers, those who are having profit beyond sorry below 20 lakhs, but e-commerce market, it has to be, you have to have GST certificates as well as other registrations to participate. We need to look at that. And difficulties to get gateway. Of course, if we are into e-commerce, definitely we have to have a payment gateway so that farmers can directly receive the payment in the account. So in that case, what I observed that the getting payment gateway will be a bit difficult for the farmers, because most of they are not registered, most of they do not have PAN card, most of they do not have any kind of registration and all the farmers are not, of course this is a constant, all the farmers are not familiar with the use of internet and other business formalities. So business is different, because the farmers, almost all the farmers may not have that kind of entrepreneurial quality. So many a times again we have to look at that. Peoples are not quite familiar with internet, and they are also not comfortable with the different business formalities, because if we receive the payment through payment gateway, we have to keep bills of all the settlement, we have to keep the record of almost all the transactions, that can then only we can do the business. Otherwise we may also face a lot of problem from the business concern, and these are some of the challenges in my proposed model. And opportunities are like many of those states have modified APMC Act and allowing the farmers to sell directly. So this is one of the opportunities. So in the state where they have liberalized this APMC Act, the proposed model will not be a problem. And the second fact is very interestingly, last week only our Honorable Finance Minister declared that they will receive the uptake of farm market ties, allowing them to sell their product without any restriction. This is the major activity. This is the major decision they have taken. The farmers can sell their product without any restrictions, and also unveiled 1 lakh crore fund to build agri infrastructure to ride productivity and make the sector globally competitive. Fortunately, looking at this COVID-19, Honorable Finance Ministers has uh, given interest in working in this some of the restrictions we had in APMC Act, and definitely these decisions by Honorable Finance Ministers will help us in implementing this model. And of course, most of the people have access to internet, so easily this can be implemented. And one of the most important thing is that change in behavior of the customers because of the COVID-19. In last 1.5 months, it has been found that there is a significant change in the behavior of the customers. Now, most of them are prefer to have home delivery rather than going to outside market and purchase from the market. So this change in behavior of the customers will definitely help this model, or create the demand for this model. So these are the opportunities for this model. And yes, now the major important thing is that we need not to have any kind of app or any kind of big websites for to convert our local heart into a e-commerce market. Only two things we need to have. One is the domain. A domain is the name. A domain is the name. Is a domain name is the identification string that define a reliance of the administration's autonomy, authority, or control with the internet. It means that simply domain is the name of the shop. Let's say I want to have BMC market, or I have a BMC market, and I want to take it into the e-commerce model. Then simple the BMC market is the name of my domain. It is simply the name of my shop or name of my market, and I have to purchase this name from different hosting companies. And the second one is web hostings. A web hosting service is typically internet hosting service that allow the individuals and organizations to make their website access via the world wide web. It means very simple. This is a physical market. As we need a physical market to carry forward both these transactions. It may be buying or selling. Web hosting is a place, or you can say that this is a digital place. This is a digital place where all these buyer and suppliers, they can have their data, they can store their data, and this is web hostings, and this can also be for purchase. Both this domain and web hostings, they are available at very cheap cost. Even by spending thousand rupees, we can have a very good internet. So before closing, I'll show you one of a website, demo website, what I have prepared for this webinar only. So now let's get into that website, and we will see that how easily a farmers can upload his uh, product or services, and how a buyers will easily access all the product which has been uploaded by the farmers. So if we, yes, this is the marketplace. I think I'm visible. This is a website, demo website we have created for this webinar only. And luckily, we have given this name like Green Visual from Green. We found that people have stigma for purchasing product from outside as well as from the other e-commerce, and that is the reason why we thought that
Hello.
let's have a, yes, hello.
Sir, it is not visible.
It is not
The
visible.
app is. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, am I visible? Is it visible?
Uh, no, sir. They means that particular website or dashboard is not visible.
Okay, okay. Let me try again then.
Yeah, yeah.
Share. Share content. Okay, sorry. It was not visible. I think now it is visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Now it is
Now it is
visible. Yeah.
visible. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Sorry for inconvenience.
Yes.
So this is a website we have created looking at this COVID-19. So this is a website. We thought that let the people buy from their local area only. They needed to visit the market. They needed to visit other big websites where the products are coming from region. So we decided let's create a website for the local market where the buyers and seller, they cannot they can connect with each other and they can sell and buy the product. So this is a demo website, like I have given the name like Green Visual from Green Zones. So those who are in green zones, definitely they will hesitate to procure the product from red zone. So this is very simple concept. Let the people buy green visual from green zone. So in this case, to this what I say that this is very simple to create this kind of website. This is the domain name. What I said that ebajaj.com is the domain names that I have purchased it. It's cost me only 200 rupees. And web hostings. In fact, I have a different website, and that is the reason why from that I have taken this hosting. Even nowadays, the hostings are available at a very cheap cost. So if the entrepreneurs, if the farmers, or if the administrations wants to prepare this kind of website at the local level to cater all kind of local transactions, easily it can be made. So now we will look at some of the technicalities, how a farmers will register or how a farmers will upload the product. So this is very simple. The farmer has to click on login. He has to click on logins, and if the farmer is not registered, or if the vendor is not registered, he has to go through the registration process. He will click on registrations, or if he has already a he if he is already a registered farmer, he can directly register. So I have a user ID password. So let's just log in as a vendor.
पबजी खेळत असतील पोरं दिसते
आणि वाईट लागलं सगळं चालतं म्हणलं होतं ती पहिले मला ती करायची म्हणलं ती गेली हो
मी जर पाहिलं गेले ते पोरं.
ती काय गेलं करून टाकली मला वाटायचं
ऐकू राहील म्हणजे फोन स्पीकर ऑन केलाय का
मारून गेलं.
I think I forgot the password. Yes, sorry. The previous website I couldn't get the login ID or unfortunately I lost the password. So this is one website. So this is the dashboard of farmers. As I have login that, I will be getting the dashboard of the farmers where the farmers will be getting this kind of dashboard. Here the farmers will have the dashboard where he can upload the product. He can see what are the different orders he has got, or by the meantime he has also different settings. So let's just look how a farmer can upload the product without getting into any difficulties. So this is the dashboard of the farmers. Let's say this is the dashboard of one of the farmers. So let's say the farmers has to upload the product, so he will simply click on product. So actually this is one of dashboard of my one of the vendors. So I have uploaded some of the pictures. So again, if the farmers want to upload the product, he will simply click on add. He will get the product photos wherever he has kept it. And let's say I have to upload this lychee. Simply no, this slides this size is bit higher side, so probably this is not getting. I have some picture from this. Let's say these are some of the. Let's say the farmers will sell this one, right? So simply he will put this picture like this, and he will here he will write like chicken and all. He will mention the quantity. He will mention the price. Let's say 150 rupees, and you have to select the category. So for the time this is not category, so let's put it on category. and he will describe the product like desi chicken and all, right? Sorry, desi chicken and all. So he will simply, after putting all this data, he will simply create the product. And so now this is showing that a review pending. There is a pending review. So whosoever will upload the product, the administrators will review the product, whether all these things has been rightly uploaded or not, or whether he or she has uploaded some wrong product which cannot be accepted or which cannot be sold in the market. So administrator has to review the product. Once the administrators will review the product, automatically the products will be uploaded. So this is, let's say, this is the product what I have uploaded. And now let's log out from this. And we'll go to the administrator page, where we will see that how it can be, how your administrator will review. So this is the dashboard of administrators, where the administrator now he can review the product, and he will see whether the product has been uploaded successfully or not, or whether if there is any kind of changes on the product, he will definitely make some corrections. And this is the product that is uploaded by that vendors. So this is the duty of the administrator. He has to review the product whether everything is correct or not. Once everything is found correct, that administrators will simply publish the photo, that is simply publish the product. And once it publishes, then it simply, you can simply visit the store, and now the products will be available in local shop. Like again, let's me click on the store list. If I will click on the store list, then the product was uploaded by, let's say, this fellow Lambador shop, and now the product will be available on his store. So now the buyers can easily visit his shop, and he can click on this product, and he will simply purchase this product. He will simply click on this view cart, and let's say these are some of the previously added cards. That the buyer will simply click on the view card, and he will simply procure this one. And again, in this case, the options is there whether the buyer can have local pickup, or he will simply pay some extra money, and so that the seller can door ship the product. And let's say the buyer, in this case, the buyer will have local pickup, and simply he will click on proceed, and he will simply pay the payment, and the seller can ship the product to the buyer. Once he will get the orders, immediately the entire transactions or entire informations will be sent to the sellers. Accordingly, the sellers will ship the product to the buyer. So this is how we can easily create a small e-commerce platforms for all kind of hearts available in our different areas, and all kind of economic transaction can be easily carried out. And all these buyers, they can just click on the store list, and clicking on the store list, they can easily identify which are the different shops, those who are registered in this market. Let's say this is a taluk level market. If this will be a taluk level market, so before purchasing anything, buyer can easily look who are the shopkeepers or who are the vendors available in that market. So simply he will decide to purchase where he or she will purchase, from which shop she will purchase. I am not interested in this but this one. So simply I will visit this fellow's market, and simply I will see what are the different products he or she has uploaded, and accordingly I will choose to buy from that particular market or particular shop. So in that way we can have number of vendors. They can be easily connected with this e-commerce, and the buyers has also flexibilities to choose the vendors if they have some we have many a times, we have some uh, familiarity with some vendors. So in that case, the buyers has also options to buy from their selective vendors. So this is how this is how we can create e-commerce across a different GP, or across we can say that all kind of rural heart can be converted into a e-commerce model. So this is sharing content. Yes. So this is how we can create a small e-commerce platform for the farmers across different market, where everyone can be connected, and we can maintain all these three different things I have told. That we can maintain social distancing, we can revive our economics. By the meantime, so we can accept the this e-commerce changes. So this is what my presentation is all about. Now I appreciate if there will be some questions, and I will try to clarify if there are some questions. Yes,
Sure,
please.
sure, sir. I request participants, please raise your questions.
Morning, sir.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes, ma'am. Tell me,
Yeah,
please.
good morning, sir. Myself Shrishti from Kanpur. I have a query. As
Yes,
per the third part released by the Atmanirbhar relief package by PM Narendra Modi, government
yes,
has allocated a huge amount of 1 lakh crore for infrastructure
yes,
development, as you have
yes,
also mentioned.
yes,
So,
ma'am.
what are the subsector that gonna benefited by the same? Either it is for wholly for warehouses or some other sectors are also included.
I know it's not like that. Everyone is included. Every even the he has when the government has said that all in starting from the farmers to starting with the farmers to all the big players, everyone will be benefited from this scheme. But
Okay.
again, this will be opportunity for this e-commerce and agriculture peoples. Those who are like there may be some young entrepreneurs. There are some of the farmers who can also start this kind of small enterprises by utilizing this e-commerce model, and which will be benefited for both farmers as well as for the government. Thank you.
Okay, sir, I have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
As per the history of warehouse storage, generally 70% of the area is allocated for potato storage, then as per harvest in each season. So, is there any alternative so that we can increase the rest 30% for another crops? As generally,
Yes,
government is
yes, ma'am. Yes, it can be done, ma'am. Why not? It can be done, but it depends upon the concerned authorities and of course their guideline. So it
okay.
can be
Okay,
done
thank you,
easily.
sir.
Hello.
Yes.
See, I have a question on how to make e-commerce platforms
Sir.
farmer friendly. For
Sir.
example, you shared a dashboard. It's
Yes, sir.
fantastic. Can we make it in a vernacular local language?
Why
Uh,
not,
uh,
sir? Yes, yes. It can be done easily, sir.
so, I mean, are there any existing apps available for each state? Uh, so
No, sir.
customized and
These
yeah.
are not customizations are not available. There are some standard formats are there. We have to just customize it based upon our requirement.
But see, for example, I am from state of Telangana, so I
Sir,
want to introduce these applications and web portals with farmers. So
sir.
to whom to approach, and can I write to you, or I mean, how to get it done?
So better, sir, as it is the matter of customization. So people export from your concerned state, they can help you in a better way, sir. Because we don't have knowledge, how to have coding in your Karnataka language. So in that case, maybe we are familiar how to do it in English language or only maybe in Oriya language. So in that case, it will be difficult for us to help you. So in that case, I will suggest you, sir, you better connect with some of the technical fellows available in your state. They can definitely help you out, sir. This is not a big task. Anyone can create this one, sir. Sir,
Yeah, I agree with you. No,
Correct.
what my point is, as a apex authority, probably you can influence somebody at government of India level to prepare a country level application
Yes, sir.
with
Yes, sir.
in
Yes,
different
yes.
vernacular languages
Yes,
and
sir.
make it available
Why
to
not,
all
sir?
the states.
Yes, yes. Why not, sir? This is just a sir. This is just an idea, sir. In fact, so far it has not been implemented, sir. This is just an idea. In this way, everything can be achieved. Like the economy can be revived, the social distance can be maintained. In the meantime, we can better utilize our e-commerce, that is internet and all. So this is just an idea. If the government will think on that, then definitely it can be easily implement across pan India.
Yeah. So, and I think, you know, there is some push required with
Yes,
from
yes,
experts
definitely,
like you
definitely, sir, definitely.
to leverage, especially COVID experiences and
Yes,
opportunities
yes, yes, yes.
to use,
Definitely.
extensively e-commerce platforms. No, but the
Yes,
only
sir.
challenge I foresee is how user friendly is to the farmers, and
Yes,
is it
yes, yes.
available in the local language, and can
Yes,
we
yes,
do it
yes.
in the normal phone, Android phone? So these are certain
Okay,
concerns. If
okay.
we address,
Yes.
then I think.
One more thing is, sir, we have expertise in NIAM. As the entire program has been arranged by NIAM. So in fact, I'll request NIAM, sir, they should take forward these cases, and they have expertise. They can, as they are the nodal agency for this INAM and all, they can also think in this area, sir.
Yeah, this is very important because no, see, government has a vision of doubling the farmers' income by.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
these are certain opportunities we need to
Yes,
seriously explore.
sir. Definitely, sir. Sir, this is, see, if the farmer is selling his product at 20 rupees, right? And the consumer is buying their product is 40 rupees. So if the farmers can directly sell the product at 40 rupees, then simply double the farmer's income.
Yeah, yeah.
So by the using of the simple technology, we can double the income of the farmers. This is not a big deal. We can do it, sir.
But do you have any experience in piloting this in some of the states?
Yes,
And
yes. No, so recently, actually, this is my own project, and I have started in 2GP. And so far, there are a few vendors who has been connected, and transactions are being taking place.
thank you very much. So we will write to NIM in case any
NIAM,
further
yes, sir.
information.
NIAM is the nodal agency, and we are part of that. So definitely, NIAM will definitely help you out, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, participants,
Good
please
morning,
raise your question.
sir. Good morning,
Hello.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
हेलो मॉर्निंग सर मैं रूपेन जैन डिस्ट्रिक्ट ललितपुर यूपी से मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर अभी जो ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग चल रही है उसमें
जी
प्रोडक्ट को मैं देख रहा हूँ जो पिछले साल जो प्रोडक्ट उनका रेट कम था इस समय
जी
उनका हाई है तो इस
जी
क्या कहना चाहते हैं आप
हाँ,
आगे चल के
लेकिन
और हाई होने वाला है
यस यस जी, हाँ, उससे देखिए देखिए जी, उसमें तो हम बोल नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन आपका ये मॉडल में हम
हाँ
ये बोल सकते हैं कि सर देखिए आपका लोकल लोग यहाँ सेल करेंगे, सो द प्राइस विल बी टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर लोकल फेलो ओनली। सो ई-कॉमर्स एज ए होल
जी
सर प्राइस बढ़ेगा कमेगा उसमें तो हम कमेंट नहीं कर सकते हैं बिकॉज़ दैट इज़ नॉट आवर डोमेन। लेकिन अपना ये इस मॉडल में सर लोकल लोग दे विल बी द सेलर, सो डेफिनिटली the price will not be the higher side.
Hello.
हाँ जी,
Yes, sir.
Sir, my name is Omkar. I am from Pune, Maharashtra.
yes,
Sir,
Omkar ji.
my question is how the supply chain management and cold storage play important role in e-commerce, because until there is no demand, farmers have to store that perishable fruits like fruits are there, vegetables are there. So how can they play important role, and how can government can provide the facilities of transportation or storage like cold storage for various purposes?
Yes, thank you, thank you. सर ये हम लोग का ये मॉडल में वी आर नॉट गिविंग दैट मच फोकस ऑन कोल्ड स्टोरेज एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन फैसिलिटी because all these transactions have to be or all these transactions will be taken in the local place. So farmers can easily simply they will supply or simply they will send the product from their home. So again the supply chain problems in our model.
Local environment,
Yes, local environment, because the farmer has to store his product in his own home. He need not to store his product in other storehouse or other cold storage. He will simply, in fact, he will get the order and he will harvest the product. If that is in perishable product, simply he will harvest the product from the farmer. So there is no need of storing the product in cold store. In fact, in this model, we'll save this cold storage and other extra expenses. Because farmer field can be utilized as a cold store, it can be utilized as a storage. So storage will not be a problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, Dr. Panda.
Thank you, sir.
Very
morning.
good presentation. First, I congratulate you because you have covered both ENAM and beyond. So you have nicely pointed out the problems and the disadvantages of the present ENAM. So my point is that actually, because you have also already demonstrated a model which you have started in your GP. So my point is NIAM should prepare a workable model so that rather than confining into B2B like ENAM, they should suggest government so that thousands of B2C companies like e-commerce companies should give incentives. Should be given incentives so that all the producers, all the farmer producers, they can be covered through their local counterparts. So this is a very good presentation. Again, I congratulate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So definitely, sir, we'll go ahead with the proposal with the NIAM, sir.
Yeah, participants, please raise your question.
Good afternoon, sir. It's Rahul from Kasi. And what are the registration procedures for?
Yes. Rahulji, so far, if you look at the e-commerce model, then minimum you need to have a farm registrations. It may be a sole proprietorship, or it may be partnership farm, or it may be company, or it may be public-private limited. And you need to have GST and these are the two things you need to have. But as we are dealing in this agriculture community and all, probably if the model will succeed or feasible, then definitely government may think on relaxing these constraints so that everyone across India, they can have their registrations and easily different financial transactions can be taken place. Otherwise, there are some restrictions are there. Unless until you have complies with all kind of restrictions, you may not get benefited, or you may not even getting payment gateway is a challenging part. You may not get a direct payment in your account. So government may think on that. Yes.
Recently, in poultry sector, the farmers are getting payments through directly to their account. So as a middle, so if you take one person as a middleman, so it will be a business, and we can transfer that amount.
No. Directly we can send money to the bank account. It is not that easy. Lot of apps like PhonePe, Paytm, these are available. But if you have to have a payment gateway, then definitely you need to have minimum document like GST, PAN card, and registrations are required. Payment gateway is different than sending money directly to the banker's account, farmer's account.
The model which is used by like Swiggy, Zomato, they are received money from consumers and then transfer that to the. So that can be used in this.
That can be yes. That can be also incorporate, not an issue. That can be also incorporate. In fact, in local level, as the entire transaction that will take place in local level, I think COD will be the best preference. farmers can easily have cash on delivery system. So farmers can collect money from the buyer. So the transactions will not be difficult.
Yes.
Yeah, participants, now I request if any questions more, you can directly approach to our eminent speaker. So, sir, concluding remarks, I can come up that very innovative talk regarding e-commerce model. You have talked about the various types, the characteristics and effectiveness of e-commerce model, role of e-commerce model in this COVID period. Then you have come up with the future projections of dealing with market size, number of users. Then very innovative model, that e-Bazaar app, what you have shown. And I request on behalf of all, Dr. Radhav, Madhav and Sabha Mishra, that you can come up with a proposal of that e-commerce workable model with the help of NIAM and as well as Odisha Agriculture University. So on the behalf of all, DG, Director General CCS NIAM Jaipur, I thank to all our eminent speakers, organizers, as well as participants for this valuable webinar. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.